Hi guys, it is time for the Mendeleev. I call it the Mendeleev lab. He's the guy that made the first periodic table, or at least he's the one that gets credit for the first periodic table. So what you're going to be doing is an activity where you're given little cards that have descriptions on them of elements. And this particular one says unknown in melting point 64 degrees Celsius. And keep in mind that these are estimates because when you look them up on the chart, they're going to be, they could be slightly off because different people have measured it different ways. It says it's got good conductivity, which would suggest that it's a metal. Its density is 0.86 grams per milliliter. It explodes in water, and it's soft. Okay, so I start to look, and I have some very specific information here, melting point 64 degrees and density 0.86, so that's probably even enough information to find it. I also happen to know personally that the alkali metals explode in water. So I'm going to kind of look down through here. Here's the chart you're going to be looking at. On this chart, you've got the elements in alphabetical order, their symbols, the melting point, the boiling point, and the density. The other three columns we use later on in the year, so you don't need specific heat of fusion, heat of vaporization right now. So we'll come back to those. And then it continues on the back. So if I'm thinking, okay, well, sodium, I know sodium explodes in water, then I will go over to sodium. Melting point is 97.83. That's not very close to 64. So let's see, what other ones are alkali metals? Well, potassium. Okay, look down, find potassium. Potassium, it says melting point 63.2. That's pretty close to 64. Let's double check ourselves. Density 0.86. Okay, well the density on here says it's 0.862. So I would say that is probably potassium. So I look back at my card again and it says unknown in. So what I'm going to do is on the paper that's given to me, I am going to put an N for unknown in right where potassium goes. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So right in here I would write N. And that one is done, and I could set that card aside and go on to a new card. And you're only filling in the highlighted elements. Those are the ones I use to describe on the cards. And if you can't get one or you don't understand that one, then move on to another one, and you can kind of do it by process of elimination. Now, Mr. S, I believe, is subbing for the Mendeleev lab, and he is very knowledgeable in chemistry, so you could also ask for his help. You're working with your partner. I only need one paper per group, so you're going to need this paper, you're going to need your reference chart, and you're going to need a baggie of the different pieces. On the back side of the description, on the cards is a number. That's just to let us know what baggie it goes into. So if you were to drop this, if you were to drop a card while you were working, and I didn't know, oh no, I found this card on the floor, what baggie does it go in, then I would know what baggie it went in. So that is kind of to keep track of the cards. So that's what that number is for. So get together with your partner, get this paper, and a baggie. And you can stand at the lab stations, or you can move two desks together if you don't feel like standing, and see if you can figure out what 36 elements I'm describing to you. Good luck. Oh, and by the way, have a fabulous weekend. Bye.